Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate. My dear viewers, I greet you with the best greeting that had been ever known by humanity. The greeting of peace. Peace be unto all of you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. And welcome to a new episode about a picture and a comment. I would like to thank those who provided me with some pictures, and I can encourage each one of you to provide me and to send me and to email me one or a group of pictures or photos that we can use in this program with your comments on them. Today we have a beautiful picture here, a beautiful shot that you can see here with two birds above each other, forming a wonderful K letter, as you can see by yourself here. When you look at it, you can think of training. You can tell yourself that it seems that those two birds have got some training in order to reach this level of harmony that they can form such a shape. And then after long training, which tells us how important training is in our life, until they reached a level of perfection, which, as you know, that Islam always encourages you and urges you to the degree that it may be an obligation on the people who are capable of doing it, that it is perfection. We are asked by Almighty Allah that we need to perfect whatever work you do. If you work in a factory, if you work in a school, if you work in the air, if you work in the sea, whatever type of work you do, you need to perfect it, as we know that إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ إِذَا عَمِلَ أَحَدُكُمْ عَمَلًا أَنْ يُتْقِنَهُ. Indeed, Allah loves to see any one of you doing any act to perfect it. It seems that those birds learn from what Almighty Allah commands the human beings to do, and they are showing us a demonstration, a vivid demonstration of how perfection can be done. Let me take you back to the concept of training. It may take, if we say that there are some pilots who want to form this shape using the wings of their planes, and after training, how much time they need to reach this level. You can make a guess. Some of them said it may require few months to do that. Let's say it takes few days to do that. With all the education that they got in their life to be good pilots, with those sophisticated machines like the airplanes nowadays, at least each one of them would have more than 300 computers in them. With those machines and with this training and experience and education, they can reach a level similar to this. But compare their situation with the situation of the birds. There's no trainer for them. Their brains are smaller. They don't have computers. They don't have machines to do that. However, you can see how beautiful they made this demonstration. We Muslims, of course, have the answers. Say that who trained them? We'd say Almighty Allah inspired them. When Almighty Allah created them, He created them with this quality that they can do these wonderful things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He designed and created them, He made them in this format. You can say, wow, subhanallah al-azim, how perfect Almighty Allah is. These small birds with small brains, they can do things a human being who is so sophisticated in his body can do things that a human being cannot do. A human being with more than 50 trillion cells, in other words, 50 trillion machines in his body and in his brain, cannot do something like those birds who did not get training. However, they can successfully do something that human beings can learn from them. Also, it tells us we can get a very important lesson with organization. You can see how organized, when they organize themselves to work together, they form this shape of K letter. So this is another lesson which for everyone, Muslim and non-Muslim together, that we can learn from those birds, is the lesson of organization. When you organize yourself, when you know how to work in a team, you can produce something that you cannot do when you work by yourself. So teamwork is another lesson that we can learn from them. When we work in a team effectively, and each one of us would know exactly what is required from him or from her, we can produce something that's really amazing and beneficial, not only for you as birds, but for human beings to learn from. What a beautiful thing. And I thank those who sent me this picture, because I think we learned from it, and I hope a lot of people across the globe would benefit from it. This is again Dr. Mamdouh Muhammad, your presenter. And before I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, I'd like to remind you of my email so that you can send more beautiful pictures than what we have now in order to get benefit. And remember that if you do that, you will get rewards, not from me, not from Al Huda, but you get it from Almighty Allah, who will reward you based on the number of the people who will benefit from it. Again, my email is mamdouh, MAMDOUH 2000 @hotmail.com. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.